Today we're taking you on a journey to discover 10 of the most magical castles from around the world. Get ready to explore breathtaking fortresses, romantic palaces, and hidden gems that have inspired countless dreams and stories. Corvin Castle. Corvin Castle, also called Enchanting's Castle, is like stepping straight into a dark, medieval tale. Talk of wedding Hunedoara, Romania. This 15th century fortress is massive, mysterious, and totally jaw-dropping. Picture soaring towers, spiky turrets, and a wooden drawbridge that looks like it's straight out of a fantasy movie. It's perched on a rocky hill with a deep moat below, making it feel like a castle you find in a story about knights and dragons. But it's not just about the looks. This place is packed with eerie legends. Some say Vlad the Impaler. Yes, the guy who inspired Dracula was held prisoner here, adding a spooky vibe to its already haunting atmosphere. Inside you'll find grand halls, creepy dungeons, and an epic courtyard that feels frozen in time. Corvin Castle isn't just a place to visit. It's an adventure into history, mystery, and a little bit of magic. Masada Fortress. Masada Fortress is one of the most epic and dramatic places you will ever see. Sitting high on a rock desert plateau in Israel, it looks like something straight out of an ancient legend. Surrounded by the vast emptiness of the Judean desert and overlooking the sparkling Dead Sea, the views alone are worth the trip. But Masada is more than just a pretty spot. It's packed with history and stories that will blow your mind. This ancient fortress was built by King Harald around 30 before Christ, and it's all about survival and defense. It's most famous for the heroic last stand of Jewish rebels against the Roman Empire in 73 after Christ. A story of courage and resilience that gives you chills. As you wander through the rooms, like Harald's palace, bathhouses, and ancient water systems, you can almost feel the echoes of the past. Masada isn't just a fortress, it's a time capsule of epic proportions. Bald Castle. Bald Castle is like a fairy tale come to life, sitting on its very own island in the middle of the Thousand Islands in New York. Picture a romantic, dreamy castle surrounded by sparkling blue water, with boats drifting lazily around it. It's straight out of a storybook. Built in the early 1900s by millionaire George Bolt as a tribute to his wife Louise, this place was meant to be a symbol of their love. But tragedy struck when Louise passed away suddenly, and George stopped construction, leaving the castle abandoned for decades. Today, Bolt Castle has been beautifully restored, and visitors can explore its grand halls, spiral staircases, and stunning gardens. Every corner of the castle has a romantic, whimsical vibe. From the heart-shaped pool to the ornate architecture, it's not just a castle, it's a love story frozen in time, surrounded by some of the most gorgeous scenery you'll ever see. Himeji Castle. Himeji Castle, also known as the White Harion Castle, is breathtaking. Perched on a hilltop in Japan, it gleams in the sunlight with its brilliant white walls and elegant wing-like design that make it look like it's ready to take a flight. This isn't just any castle. It's one of Japan's most iconic and well-preserved treasures, with a history stretching back over 400 years. Walking up to Himeji Castle feels like stepping into another area. The winding paths and towering stone walls were designed to confuse invaders, making you feel like you're on a little adventure. Inside, the wooden interiors and steep staircases take you deep into the heart of this ancient fortress. The views from the top? Absolutely amazing. Surrounded by cherry blossoms in spring, Himeji Castle transforms into a fairy tale scene you'll never forget. It's history, beauty, and magic, all in one. Amber Fort. Amber Fort is straight up magical, sitting proudly on a hill just outside Jaipur, India. The first thing you notice is its golden glow, as the sandstone walls catch the sunlight and reflect in the peaceful Maota Lake below. It's like something out of a fantasy movie. Built in the 16th century, this place is packed with history and feels larger than life. Once you step inside, get ready to be blown away. From colorful frescoes to jaw-dropping marble designs, every corner feels like it has history to tell. And the Sheesh Mahal, the Hall of Mirrors, it's pure magic. Just one candle can make the whole place sparkle like a million stars. Whether you hike up, ride a jeep, or go all out with an elephant ride, visiting Amber Fort feels like stepping into a royal adventure you'll never forget. Peana Palace. Peana Palace is like a rainbow exploded on a hilltop and turned into a castle. Sitting high above the town of Sintra in Portugal, this place looks like it was pulled straight out of a dream, or maybe a kid's imagination. Bright yellows, reds and purples cover the walls, and the mix of architectural styles is just wild. It's part castle, part fantasy playground. The views from up there? Unreal! You can see forests, the ocean, and the town below. Inside, it's just a quirky, with the fancy rooms and cool details everywhere. Peana Palace is pure fun and fairytale vibes. Alcázar of Segovia. The Alcázar of Segovia is a total fairytale castle come to life. Sitting on a rocky hill in Spain, it looks like something straight out of a fantasy movie. With its towering towers and dramatic stone walls, this place has seen centuries of history, from royal banquets to epic battles. Inside, it's a maze of grand rooms and hidden staircases that lead to jaw-dropping views of the city. Fun fact, it even inspired Disney's Cinderella Castle. Walking through the Alcázar feels like stepping into a story where knights, kings and queens are just around the corner. Pure magic. Budnight Castle. Budnight Castle in Slovakia, with its tall, pointing turrets, streaming stone walls and surrounded by lush forests, it's one of the most beautiful castles you'll ever see. Built back in the 12th century, it's got that magical vibe where you can almost imagine knights and princesses wandering through the halls. Inside, the mix of Gothic and Renaissance styles makes every room feel like a piece of history. There are also tons of spooky legends surrounding the place, making it the perfect spot for a little mystery. Budnight Castle is pure castle magic. Malbork Castle. Malbork Castle in Poland is a massive, awe-inspiring fortress. Built in the 13th century by the Teutonic Knights, it's the largest brick castle in the world. Surrounded by the moats and thick walls, this castle feels like a real-life stronghold. Inside, you can wander through its grand halls, impressive courtyards, and beautiful chapels, all steeped in history. The architecture is a stunning mix of Gothic and medieval styles, and the capsule's rich history, full of knights, battles, and legends, add to its mysterious fairytale-like charm. It's a must-see for any history lover. And there you have it, 10 incredible castles from around the world, each with its own unique history, charm, and magic. From towering towers to breathtaking views, these castles truly transport you to another time. Whether you are a history buff, a lover of stories, or just someone who dreams of adventure, these places are sure to spark your imagination. If you enjoyed this journey through these amazing fortresses, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more adventures from around the world. Until next time!